Welcome back, John Kleis Car's YouTube channel. This video is all about this XKR we got behind me. Yet another Jaguar XK 150 chassis. And if you notice from the plates, this has come from quite a distance. Gentleman actually lives in France, but it's actually all the way from Ukraine, this Jaguar XKR, but he does live in France. And yes, he has actually got a ferry to get over here to have this job done after seeing many of our other Jaguar XKR videos we've already done on this platform. And that is the only reason I'm leaving the plates on show for this video, because going abroad, don't have to worry about cloning plates in the UK. That's why they're on show, for anyone that's going to mention that. Now, let's start at the back of the car, which has got a factory reverse camera. It ain't factory, we've installed it. Connor, it is not Monday morning. What is your excuse? We have installed an aftermarket reverse camera, just like that. Very, very subtle. And if I stand up from behind the vehicle, you can only just see it poking out. It's one of the smallest cameras that we offer here. It's extremely subtle, gives a great image, great viewing angle, and I think it suits the Jaguar quite nicely on the back. I don't think it ruins the aesthetics of the vehicle whatsoever. Now, let's get in the car and actually show you basically how it all works and the solution. It's a left-hand drive, isn't it? It always throws me off, these left-hand drive cars. It all looked factory in here. We haven't changed anything. We've still got the original screen, which is nice. Doesn't actually ruin any of the aesthetics of the vehicle whatsoever. This is to add Apple CarPlay and Android Auto to the existing system, as you can see now. Now let's start this V8 out and let it sing. Now it's going to boot into our system automatically. You want that because you don't need to go into the Jaguar system when you first turn it on. You want to go into CarPlay, but just for illustrative purposes only, I'm going to push the home button to go back to the Jaguar screen to show that it all still works as standard, and then you literally just push the home hard key button and it jumps in and out of it. Now let's actually get my phone connected to show you just how simple this is. You want to go to settings on your phone, you want to go to Bluetooth, and you want to scroll down and you want to find the device at the bottom. We're going to hit pair, we're going to hit allow, and then in about 3 seconds, well not even that, it's going to hit CarPlay, and then we let it do its handshake. You can just toss your phone onto the seat, and then it's doing wireless CarPlay as quick as that. Very, very simple. And I've just noticed I don't need to move these shortcuts, which I always mention, to the right-hand side, because guess what? It's in default left-hand drive mode and we're in a left-hand drive car. So I no longer need to move them to the right-hand side. That doesn't happen often. Now this is the home screen of Apple CarPlay, which you can see. There's a WhatsApp pop-up just come up, just like so. Oh, the wife's messaging me as well. Now, customers got access to Apple CarPlay on the screen using the original touchscreen. Now, this is a resistive touchscreen, not capacitive. So, for example, just so you know this, you can't just touch it like your phone like this. It doesn't work the same way. If you try and do that on this screen, it doesn't work as fluid like that, okay? Now, what you got to do is you just grab and drag, grab and drag. No light touching like that. It just won't work. As you can see, I can get this to happen on demand. Drag it. So it's a resistive screen. You've got to put pressure on and drag it. Once you know how these work and let's say the caveats of the system or the compromises, they are very, very good to use. Because this is a Apple CarPlay retrofit that utilizes USB input, you need to stay on USB the whole time you're in CarPlay. Now what that means is you can't listen to FM and DAB radio or a CD whilst having CarPlay. You will not get phone calls, you will not get music, and you won't get sat-nav voice, and you won't get Siri functionality. So the caveat with these retrofits is your music is really going to be all on here. So you can use Tidal, Spotify, YouTube Music, or if you want to listen to radio, then what you want to do is you want to go download apps like Radio Player. So if I go Radio Player now, I can listen to my favourites. Yes, I like a bit of country music and cheesy FM. Otherwise, you can go to local radio, all stations, go down all stations, and if, for example, you want to go to Magic, you would touch M, and you've got Magic Radio. And because you're listening to internet radio, it doesn't matter about what area you're in. You can listen to all the Magics wherever you are, as long as you've got 3, 4, 5G signal. That's the only caveat. I like on these XKRs, because it is quite a low res screen, being like a 15-year-old technology. I personally like to keep it always on dark. I like to use dark maps, and then I always like to use like a normal basic background. So wallpaper for me, I just prefer solid black, just like that. I think it's more vibrant, as you can see, rather than the white washed out screen. Now reverse camera, if I put it in reverse, just like so, automatic, it's going to come up with the image. Just like so. And you can see how good this image is, because you can just about see the bumper. Even though that camera's quite high up above the number plate, you can actually see some of the bumper, and you can see all the way up to the windows of Discovery behind me, which is all the way back there. You know, and it's got guidelines which move the steering wheel. So as I move the wheel, sorry, my hand got in the way there. Let me just feed this through one-handed. As you can see, the lines move with the steering wheel as well. I'm not a massive, like, how can I say it? I don't think the guidelines actually help you park, but it's nice to have it just like the original system, you know. And parking sensors will still work as well. So what I'll do, I'll actually show you this. So if I go to actually move this car and get the parking sensors to actually come up, and I'm just going to go into reverse now. You'll see when you're actually in reverse that you actually get parking sensor overline will actually come up on the screen. So it's quite nice. It does seamlessly integrate. Put it back in park, and then up comes Apple CarPlay again. When you use your heated controls, by the way, they'll all still work as well. So when you touch your heating controls, they all come up on the screen, because otherwise you don't really know what temperature you're setting because you haven't got an LED display down here. So when you're touching it, as you can see, the heating controls all still work. XKR 150, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto retrofit with a reverse camera. And there is one more thing I forgot to mention. This customer decided, as he was over anyway, why not get us to fit a fast charger? So underneath here, we remove the cigar socket and we actually put two USB-Cs in the factory position, one being a 30-watt to smart charger phone, and this is actually a 100-watt fast charger, meaning he can actually charge laptops and iPads off of it at a very quick speed. So we just did that while we're in it. It's quite a quick job to do when you're doing this job. If you do it separately, it's a couple of hours to do that little job. So if you want that done, get it done at the same time. But yeah, thanks to Simon and Jason who did the job in the workshop. My name is Connor. And for all the team at John Kleis Car, make these videos happen, and obviously the installations. We'll see you soon.